In this module, we've tried to overcome the challenges of debugging, testing, and exception handling in your LINQ pipelines. We saw how Visual Studio lets you put breakpoints inside your Lambda expressions so you can still step through line by line just as you're used to when working with regular for each loops. And we also saw how creating a peak extension method allows us to insert inspection points into our LINQ pipelines to see what's going on at every stage. And we learned how you can use standard unit testing libraries like NUnit to pass sample input sequences into your LINQ pipelines and check that the output sequence matches what you expect. And we also saw how regular techniques for unit testing, such as mocking and dependency injection, can be applied directly to LINQ pipelines, and you can mock out any parts of your pipeline that are hard to test. And we also discussed the fact that although you can mock out the database when testing linked entities queries, really it's probably best to actually run your queries against a real database if you want to be sure that the generated SQL will perform as expected. And finally, we saw how deferred execution can sometimes cause surprises when it comes to catching exceptions in your LINQ pipelines. And we saw that it is actually possible to put exception handlers around individual stages in your LINQ pipeline, and if you want to, you can actually remove elements from your sequence that are causing exceptions to be thrown without having to stop at the first point something goes wrong. So we're nearly at the end of this course now. In our final module, we're going to see how becoming more proficient in LINQ will put you well on the road to becoming a functional programmer.